everybody, which might be two people right now. We'll see how this goes. I'm sorry I missed Monday's live, but I was very, very tired. I'll probably repeat myself about 5 times. But I pretty much came home yesterday. Well, on the way home, Super Dacob went live, and I do not go against Super Dacob's live. So even if his lives bump into mine, I try not to cut into it. He gets like between like 200 and 600 people in his live. So I'm just like, and a lot of people who watch me watch him. So anyway, here we are. And I was exhausted. I pretty much, even though I was listening to his live, guys, I had dinner, changed clothes, taken my medication, and was in bed by 6 o'clock yesterday night. And I fell asleep during his live and then woke up for the after show. So I've been getting over a weird medication mix up. So it's not a mix up. I missed an entire week's dosage. So the week I'm falling off the dose, I'm grumpy and more irritable. And then as soon as I got the dose I needed, it's this is a medication you gradually increase. So to miss an entire week and then to go full force is like hell. So it's just it takes its pound of punishment for sure when you do stuff like that. But anyway, I have a Temu haul, so we're just gonna open up my Temu stuff, and my husband's like, "You got a package." I'm like, "I know," and he showed me the package, and he's like, "They're pillows, sir. They're pillows." I just got in Fender. Oh no, no. Okay, good. I mean, you're in a tank. Saya, you're in a tank. You know, but oh my gosh. Well, I'm happy you're in an H2 because that's terrifying. Terrifying. And of course, the weather up there, I'm sure it's not helping anything because of the conditions. Yeah, maybe you should stick with the H2. I know you were looking for a different vehicle, and thank God you weren't in the your nephew's car or whatever you were using for a while. You know, because it's little bit more handy. It's tail end of a snowstorm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, can you imagine? I was looking at some articles about insurance, what happens to, people in California who've lost their homes, but owe mortgages still. What happens? Wow. It's rough, y'all. And at least the thing is you're insured. I don't know what it's like up in your state, but in this state, people do not carry insurance very well here. I think most people, it is crazy insane. With the amount of money cars cost now, you should have insurance. And there's people who drive around here. I've had car accidents where my insurance had to cover the cost because the person who hit me didn't have insurance. She said she didn't see me. I was like, yeah, how do you not see a Hummer? It is a Hummer. It's like saying I didn't see the tank. It's like, hello, fire engine. There's a fire engine. See the fire engine? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, well, it's illegal not to have it here too. But that doesn't change anything. It's totally illegal. It doesn't mean people don't do it. They get it to get their registration or their license renewed, and then they lapse, and they just don't keep coverage. And the only time they get caught is when they get into an accident. And then even the fine is less than, and there actually is no fine because unless a police officer sees the actual incident happen, they normally it's a hit and run, or the people who do hit you give you false information. Like the last little fender bender I had, um, she gave me insurance, but it had lapsed. So my insurance company had to cover my repair and then had to go after her. So I don't know what happened in the end, but at least she gave me documentation that was accurate. But a lot of times out here, we don't even get, literally, it's hit and run out here. So yeah, that's why your insurance is pretty high. Pretty high. So anyway, I have a little bit of I've been watching Saya. I don't know if you caught Dacob's live yesterday, but he went live because, well, he lives in the area of, potential evacuation, and he's been under a lot of stress, and he went live, and I was so happy he went live because I was exhausted. But I fell asleep. Let's be honest. And I knew I could go live yesterday. I just couldn't. I'm doing side effects for my medication, so I think finally after 3 days, I think I'm okay again. Hey, Brian. So it's just been really rough on this. I mean, sometimes you just have to sleep off the medication fog, and that's exactly what I had was medication fog for 3 days. Even my coworker was like, "You're not as spry as you normally are." I'm like, yep, that's," and I felt miserable and oh, so ill. So basically, I think we're okay. I'm being very delicate with my diet because it's food triggered as well as anything else. But anyway, so I was watching Super Dacob, and he did a fabulous live show yesterday. He looked just stellar. I always appreciate, and he always says it, that he always does his makeup and his hair to look nice for you guys. And I'm like, man, I never do that. I never I barely brush my hair. I don't wear makeup. If I wear makeup, it's lipstick. And he's like full on, but again, this is his full-time job, so I get it. Me, it's a hobby. And there's a whole different spec when it's a hobby and versus when it's a full-time occupation. You do things differently, right? For me, it's just fun. And so anyway, I'm in the big cooking mood. Hey, Julie. I was told she didn't see me when she totaled my Jeep Cherokee again, right? How she told her what was she looking at? This is my thing. People who say they don't see you when they total your car is because they're looking at their phone. It's not even like, okay, now nobody should drink alcohol and drive ever. But that's not even what's causing most of the accidents anymore. It is literally texting. Texting and like voice to text, have your Bluetooth device read it to you. It's okay. you know but yeah, people look down. If you look down, and the amount of time it takes to look down and actually read and then comprehend it and look up, you've already hit a person. You really should not text. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Saya drives an H2. It's a hum too. Those are huge. They are literally the width of a lane practically. Or at least I think the H2 was a little bit narrower, but the original Hummer is very wide wheelbase to be very still. You know this, Julie. I'm sure you've been in a Hummer. They were meant for deserts. Hey, Jeanette. So anyway, I was watching, I know, Bigger Than a Grand Cherokee. Yeah, yeah. So I was watching Jacob, and I honestly I did fall asleep. So I really don't have much to say about what he said because I fell asleep. It's like, but in the after show, and what's in the after show stays in the after show. So he changed his pre-show to the after show. So he has and actually it's a lot of fun. The format is fabulous because when you're doing a regular live, it takes a lot to come down from it, and sometimes it's fun to pre-vent and then go live. But I think it's better for him to go live when he's fresh and the first 3 hours, because he went live for like 3 hours and then he went to the pre-show for like 3 hours. The dude is a working machine. He can work 6 hours talking nonstop and reading and interacting. And I mean, he doesn't even hydrate that much. The man's drinking tea or coffee. It's like, drink something. So it's it was kind of fun. It's kind of hard to sit here and talk about fashion and luxury. Of course, I'm not a fashion reporter. Believe me, no one would take my fashion advice. And I really don't have that much luxury. And I've really come to terms. I've been pontificating, guys, pontificating. Really a pre-love buyer. And I mean, I know that's like, you're like, of course you are, Jackie. Yeah, but to me, I never thought I was. I always thought I'd just go to the store, buy what I wanted. But no, I was really thinking about this for 2025. If I got the money, a chunk of money, let's assume I got a chunk of money, would I buy the Murakami collection that is sold out and I can't get anyway? And I really thought about it, not just like, oh, well, if money was no object, I'll get the Capucine. Well, no, money is always an object. Money is always used somewhere for something. And I'm like, would I really buy a Murakami piece? I love the look of the flower totes. I love a lot of the pieces I've seen, but to be honest, I couldn't, as I said this before, I couldn't afford it when it launched the first time. I can't afford it now. And if I was gifted money, if I was gifted money to say, go buy your bag, would I buy, would I walk into Louis Vuitton and say, let me buy this bag? And I really thought about it because this is a possibility. There's a very small possibility at the end of this drama with his mother's estate, we might get a few dollars. There might be. It depends on how much the insurance and how much, 3 weeks, 7 weeks, or whatever weeks in the um once her insurances duke it out with how much they're going to pay and how much she would have to pay for the end of life 3 week stay in the hospital in the ICU. But she is insured, and it's more than just Medicare. So it's just waiting until everybody fights, right? And when this happened to me, when I had a huge stay in the hospital, it took a year for the insurances to figure it all out, right? And so anyhow, to go with it, um, I really thought about it, and I think if I walked into Louis Vuitton right now, what I would buy from the Murakami collection actually isn't a bag. It's the perfume bottle. It is the perfume bottle. The panda, either the flat panda or the Trap Rev. Because the bottle, I view it as a vessel. I mean, it is a vessel, but once you use the perfume, you can refill it. So it's something that is a one-time purchase for the bottle, but then you can refill the fragrance. Hey, Christiana. Um, but I don't think I would buy anything else from the Murakami collection. I think if I really want to support Murakami, I will go and buy some of his art prints versus buying the Louis Vuitton collaboration. And then it really dawned on me what I really wanted to buy for 2025 really is just a Gucci crossbody bag to go with my Gucci tote. That's my favorite tote. And then I want to get, and I'm doing a trade with Ed Braun. So I'm trading away two things I never thought in a million years I would trade. In a million years for a bag I already owned before and got rid of. I know, dumb. Dumb is as dumb does. But I regretted the bag I gave away was a totally GM Louis Vuitton, and I repaired the Vachetta and I repaired the zipper. And I did that because I wanted that bag to replace my need for the Neverfull. Well, what happened was because I replaced all the Vachetta and it was brand new, I was terrified to use it and I never used it. So what I've learned about me in vintage LV is don't repair it. And if I repair it, it better be black leather. It cannot be Vachetta. For some reason, the bright white Vachetta intimidates me. And it turns out that's why I love pre-loved bags. It's been dinged. It's the same reason why about cars too. I like to look at things as functional objects. And if they're brand new and shiny, I have a hard time. And this goes back to childhood. I mean, this goes back to don't eat in the living room. Don't make a mess. Don't, only eat in the kitchen with the day dishes versus the party dishes, Don't use the good china, use the glass. And this goes back way far. Hey, Miss Jelly. So Brian says, I think the Murakami bags look cheap as hell. Tacky to me though. But they're bright and colorful. I mean, they're just colorful bags. And I just like skibbity. What's skibbity? Okay, there's that word again that we were talking about slang, and I still don't remember what skibbity means. So anyway, the thing is, I really like, and it turns out, it's funny. I was watching, who was it? Oh, I can't remember. Maybe it was Nikki. It says if you want to get a luxury bag, or maybe it might have been 5 foot nothing. Go get one pre-loved 10 years ago, which is what we've been doing. We've all been doing it, especially if you're on my channel, because and we've all said it, better quality. And it's like, how bad has manufacturing production gotten that high-end luxury brands we kind of compare the stuff. Well, that looks like H&M, because it's like it's still like did global consumption just level the playing field to everything is just manufacturing, everything is just volume, everything is just scale. It's not quality and craftsmanship and the unique. You're paying more for that uniqueness, you're paying more just for the sameness, essentially. So everybody's buying something from 10 years ago. And I say it all the time. We still buy Coach out of the 90s because it's still better than, and I love Coach and I hate Coach. It's still better than a Coach today. You know, the Coach, for whatever reason, the leather that they had, the craftsmanship that they used, the manufacturers they used, the people who made the bags in the 90s, those bags can be cleaned, repurposed, and they're still awesome. Where I have bags from Coach from 20 years ago, 10 years ago, that some of them are great and some of them are complete trash. Hey, Lisa. Um, so anyway, I was just like pontificating on life because that's what you do when you have a bag collection. And James says, well, now that we have 2 rooms again, you can move your bags into the other room so you have more space. And I says, but he said, Jack, does that mean more bags? And I said, sir, I already have enough bags for 2 rooms. And they said, well, maybe you can get the bags out of the living room then, because there's still some bags in the living room. When I'm telling you I love my husband, but he's tired of looking at bags. He's tired of looking at bags. We want our house back. We want our entertainment space back. We want to have people come over again. We want to have a place for people to sleep. We want to have play board games, which is what we love doing and haven't done in 4 years because when his mother was here, um, we only had the guest bathroom facilities were in the main part of the house. Well, when she was here, we closed off that part of the house. So when people would come to visit and have to use the facilities, they would have to go through our bedroom, which I didn't care. It didn't bother me a bit. It freaked everybody else out. So I said, you know what? This is not working. Our friends are not comfortable walking through our bedroom. So maybe we should just not have people come over. So now we're going to have people come over again and have some friends come over and we're going to play war games and we're going to have spend more time at home, which is something we used to do all the time. We're home people. Hey Lisa, I wish I didn't love Coach, but I'm obsessed. I'm as much as I talk about Coach, I'm buying that Rowan that's coming out in the end of the month, or beginning of next month, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it on launch day because that's gonna sell out. It's not gonna make it to sale. But again, it's what Coach does. Coach did a denim collection last summer, spring, and it was sold out like gangbusters. And I said, wait, it will go to the outlet. And what happened? Today it's the outlet, it's going to outlet. Anything you really like in Coach retail, unless you are married to that style, it will show up again in the outlet in a different form, but same color. I mean, the fabric's a little bit different, but still, I mean, they did the black denim last year at the outlet. They did the black denim in the regular, collection. So it's just like they're all about maximizing. Coach, they're gonna maximize. I love shopping way too much to stop, says Miss Jelly. Yeah, me too. Um, better quality and the boutique experience than what it should be. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The boutique. Okay, let's talk about the boutique experience. So I've watched a bunch of I think, Ronnie, the denim launches at the end of January or beginning of February. What I've heard, the scuttlebutt Saya told us. Lisa says, I worked with my coach, Patricia, at 95 today, and it was amazing because it's amazing. It gets better with age, not worse, So the boutique experience. Everybody talks about the boutique experience, the luxury experience. If you listen to Dale, to Meredith, to Lisa, luxury life in the middle, all these people talk about the boutique experience. Well, coming from the retail side, the side that as the employee in that boutique experience, and when I talk about boutique, my family, by association, they're not actually by blood, very good friends of the family, they owned a very lucrative um, jewelry business in Thailand that catered specifically to Western tourists. And it was in a very high-end area. And what do you mean for tourists? Well, it had all the gems and everything that Thailand's known for, but in karat gold, where Thai people do not wear karat gold. They wear baht gold. Whole different look, whole different vibe. And this family is so exclusive. They're part of the Royal Bangkok Sports Club, which is a very limited exclusive membership. They've also designed jewelry for the monarchy. So very, very exclusive merchant family, many generations, very, very VIP. And having been in that environment and growing up in that environment and knowing the family and the business, I've been and seen all the VIP experiences. That's why I tell you, there's always a room in the back. There's always a vault of different things that you never see. There's always, you're always being filmed. So the boutique experience is hospitality. It is, would you like a cup of coffee, or would you like something to drink? Which is a normal hosting thing that you normally ask anybody coming into your home, and the boutiques view it as their home. This is our space. We want to make you feel welcome. You offer somebody a beverage. You say, "Would you like something to drink?" You make them feel comfortable. You let them drop their guard. You talk to them. You're friends with them, and then you show them beautiful things. And then you take their money and you put things in beautiful packages and you say thank you. And at Christmas, you send cards and you send VIP gifts. And when you have a special item that you know this client would love, you call them and say, "Hey, I have this unique piece I think you'll love. Would you like to come view it?" With the understanding, and it's a mutual understanding. People who go to the boutique experience know, I'm going to buy something. Nobody just goes in there to look at something. They look at something with the intention to buy something. So what's happened with the boutique luxury experience now? Consumption. We can't keep up with the volume. When your store is getting the foot traffic like H&M, Walmart, and Kmart, when people are walking in and out all day long, it's really hard to cater to everybody. And it's so well known now. It's not like, oh, my friend, like some of the best boutique experiences are truly one-owned stores. Hey, Keith, one-owned, custom, bespoke kind of places that will cater to the individual. Because people who really love the boutique experience, it's a little bit of high maintenance, y'all. It's high maintenance to really make somebody feel seen, heard, and understood and care about them. Takes a lot of effort on both sides. So as a client advisor talking to the client, that's a lot. So anyway, people say, "Well, there's no customer service." No, no. I mean, when we're in the point in life now when, yeah, you just entered. Yes, I was talking about the Royal Bangkok Sports Club, which, by the way, my mom has a membership, and yes, it's super elite, and it's really just ridiculous. But I've been to enough country clubs and sports clubs and elite places that I don't like the boutique experience, because for me, the boutique luxury experience is, what do you want from me? That's that's really what it is. I see right past the BS. I'm right there with, what do you want to sell me? And I'm too American, y'all. I'm way too American. I'm too blunt. I'm too upfront. I'm too practical. Yeah, it's like 3 million baht annually. That was like, yeah, 2018. Yeah, I know, Keith. Yeah, my mom has a membership. It's in a holding pattern because she doesn't spend but a few months in Thailand, but I think she still has to pay some sort of maintenance due. I mean, really, it is so ridiculously expensive. But can I tell you how many business deals are made at that sports club? I've listened to them, and I'm just like, can I go now? I do not fit in the Asian culture. I might be Asian, but I do not fit in the culture, y'all. Don't fit in there. Um, when the people who have memberships, there are cell phone providers and hotels, etc. Oh yeah, I mean, no, like, rich doesn't even count what I'm talking about when it comes to the Bangkok Sports Club. You have, it goes back generations, and so they're like, "Well, Jackie, then how in the heck did your mother get this?" I'm like, my mother's not royalty, y'all. But the position is, they had a legacy position that would be gifted or lent or used to the embassies, people working at the embassies. And my stepfather was a Danish diplomat, and he was, and nobody else in the embassy wanted the other people who could use it wanted the membership. So my mother and Klaus got the membership, and as long as they are alive, they can hold that membership. They never have to give it up until death. So it's not a legacy where they can give that membership to their children. It's only for them because of his position as an consulate to the ambassador of Denmark. So it's the politics, guys. But anyway, mom had friends there because mom knew a lot of these wealthy, rich people. Now, most of these people are no longer in life because mom's generation, it's been a while, right? So we don't really know the upcoming or the younger generation of wealthy people. These are the older generation of wealthy people. And they are super cool, super nice. But it's just like, when people go on and on and on about the luxury experience, it just kind of drives me nuts, because it's nice to have nice packaging. It's nice to have tissue paper. It's nice to have some care and concern in your items and your presentation. I totally get that. But that is not why I'm buying the bag. Literally, it is not why I'm buying it. I want my item to be protected in transit, so I want to make sure that it has enough packaging to do that. I don't want it to break. You want it to represent the brand, so you want it to look nice, obviously. But I'm there for the bag. I want the bag or the item or the whatever. At the end of the day, I want the bag. The clothing, whatever. Now with clothing, giving a nice garment bag makes sense when you're spending $5,000 for a bag. That's not that's not luxury experience. That's just common fucking sense. Sorry for the swearing. I'll have to change to whatever. I mean, that's just common sense. You know. Um, that's not why we're buying the bag. Yeah, it's like it's that's not. I mean, I'm not buying the bag for you to give me a cappuccino. I could buy my own cappuccino. If I'm spending $3,000 on this bag, like I think Dale was saying that when she was in Paris doing her Louis Vuitton purchase, and she's buying this really expensive bag, and she's really happy to be there. But it took hours because of the whole process and culture of the environment of the area. And she's like, I'm giving up time visiting with my friends who came here to meet me in Paris because I'm trying to buy this purchase an item that's so exclusive. I had to make an appointment and talk to an SA, and now I'm in here, and it's now going to take me 3 or 4 hours. It's like, to me, that's not luxury. That's not luxury. Not only that, but can buy a full set pre-loved. Exactly. You can buy a full set pre-loved, and there is a lot to be said about going to the store, enjoying the environment. But as I said, after not 9/11, but after the pandemic times, I don't enjoy store experiences like that, and I hate it when they follow you. I don't mind walking into a store and just looking around, browsing, and if I see something, I'll ask somebody. But when they assign you a person and they're following you, I feel very intimidated, not like I'm welcomed. Intimidated in the fact that I feel like I understand that my purchasing something supplements their income because it's a commission-based system. So I know that if I'm just looking and if I don't buy anything, this person essentially has wasted um, their time on a potential commission because it's commission based. Now, I actually prefer, now I will flat out ask people, um, is this commission, is this store based on commission? Can I talk to anybody? I will ask them that because I feel that if you go into a store that's commission based on a daily rate, an hourly rate plus commission, they treat you one way. If you go into a store that's not commission based, you can feel the difference. The atmosphere is different, and I can feel it immediately. I'm like, oh, this is such a nice place. And I'll ask them, is this commission based? And they'll tell you. And I said, oh no, it's not. Anybody can help you. Just ask for anybody. It's great. And then the same way you can tell is when you walk into a store and they say, hello, my name is Jessica. If you need anything, just let me know. That's because they need you to say their name is Jessica at the register. You know, um, so I don't like to be followed. I don't like to be hounded. I don't like to be shadowed. I like help when I need help. If I don't need help, please don't bother me. So the luxury experience is you backing off. So I guess to everybody it's different. Christiana, although I gotta say, I visited the Balenciaga store earlier this month, and I don't hate the experience. I like the Balenciaga store. The one thing that you were saving $50, but then you can save thousands. Yeah, yeah. I didn't enjoy salesperson or small talk. It's a millennial in me. Just give me the bag. Yeah, Ronnie. Keith says you have to wait in line in order to have an SA meet you for one-on-one service. I don't want that. Keith, hey, when you go to Saks, they're literally like vultures waiting to pounce. They are. Um, Keith, you can't walk 3 feet without someone offering you open a fitting room for you. Exactly. Christiana says it seems it's so cutthroat when they are commission based. Very cutthroat. Like you can walk in and it makes me feel sad and stressed. Yes, yes, because their livelihood and income should not be based on me purchasing something. It should be based on their employment. Um, Ronnie says, yep, leave me alone until I need you. Lisa says, hate all of that. Yep. This is why I'm an online internet shopper, guys, because I don't like it. I understand, and it's sometimes it's like, I don't know, it just drives me nuts. This type of people talking about the luxury experiences, and people keep talking, and Dacob's been saying it for years. Luxury is dead because it is. It really is. I mean, um, the personal relationship you have with somebody, something that Dacob did say was like knowing that they made something and that in 2 years I can go back and buy it again because they still make it. That's luxury. Now, every time they make something, they discontinue it. Like they discontinued a Speedy 35 non-bandolier. The regular Speedy 35 is discontinued, right? And that's like your flagship's bag of forever. I mean, that's the bag. I mean, are they discontinuing the Speedy 35 because they want people to buy the keep all? I don't know. Why would it be a problem to keep that bag on the books? How much production are you losing to keep that bag on the shelf? You know, I plan I know I know it's ridiculous, but I tend to sorry, I got a text and okay, that's fine. Lots of pinging on my phone right now. Um, it's I'm a pre-loved person. I'm a used bag person. I do agree that the quality is better in the past, and what I mean by that is all quality was better 10 years ago. Textiles are different. Quality of manufacturing is different. Even if you talk about Michael Kors, Kate Spade, 10 years ago, it was better. You know, and it's just, and you can say it's because of Shein, AliExpress, Wish, Temu, which I'm going to be showing you today, that's caused this to happen, but I don't think so. You know, I hate when you're giving the leave me alone vibes and they just don't quit. They'll keep trying to make small talk, and it's like, please take a hint. Yes, I'm rude enough. I'll tell people, please, I'll ask for your help when I need you. I will actually tell people that. This is also why I shouldn't go in public, shopping like that. Riley says, I might like the boutique experience if it was just me in a room looking around. Yes, that is an experience. That's what it used to be like, Ronnie. It used to be you just looking around and people show you things as you need things, and it wasn't crowded, and it wasn't like a bazillion people in there, and it wasn't like a lottery system, and you didn't have to have 50 million people walking in and say, hey, do you have a leather appointment? You could just buy a wallet, you know? Lisa says, please, the market is not only flooded with people that overbought, but also with fakes. That is why my collection has changed to bags not everyone has. Yep. Yes, I agree with you, Lisa. I sold off almost all your LV a few years ago. Um, hey, Aaron. Yeah, so the thing is, like, and somebody said this in Dacob's, I think it had been Miss Jelly. I think she said in Dacob's live yesterday that the fakes are made better than the real ones now. And I think she's right. I think they're right. When the super fakes are the just really good fakes are made better than the bags made by the brand. We've seen them. If you watch Melissa Adams Wade, she had bought two bags, and it's back in her archive. She had bought a couple bags that she thought from a consigner, that she thought was completely legitimate. She had full faith, thought they were awesome. She went to go try to sell them a couple years later, and it comes out inauthentic, and she was floored because she'd been carrying those bags around. She paid, you know, a lot of money for an inauthentic bag, and she was devastated, and the people wouldn't honor it, even though they just kept saying that their authentication was correct, and the person who said it wasn't correct, and just at the end of the day she just put that bag away, and I think she just walked away from that whole thing. But it makes you very leery, of buying things like that. And even if we talked about Dee Dee Bean with her experience buying from a Japanese reseller, um, off eBay that sold her fake, you know, Jacob, who has need to sub up. Things don't feel like luxury because you see an empty of all everywhere real or oh yeah. So if you a lot of people say that, and Nikki from Somehow Adulting, she says this too, that she doesn't like carrying a bag that everybody else has, but the nature of commerce is you're buying a bag other people have, you know? So my sister, my twin, she might be here Saturday, by the way, doing a live with me because she wants to go through the jeans, and I'm trying to get this room cleared up enough so she can do a little bit of a show and tell wearing. Um, but anyway, my sister has a custom made bespoke leather maid bag with her initials and her kids' initials. That bag's unique. That bag nobody else has. It's handmade. It's hand stitched because of the thickness of the leather. She had to saddle stitch that whole dang bag. And when she quoted the cost of the bag, she underbid, but she honored it. So basically, the amount of labor she put into that bag, she got pennies to the hours if she worked on that bag. And that bag's beautiful. And I think that's why there's a Speedy on everyone's arm. Yeah. Well, it's been around a long time. It's not a new style bag. It's just not new. Um I've had breakfast with Nikki today. She was in New York. Oh, that's awesome. You actually got to meet Nikki. That's awesome. I did actually have tried using the make the as I maybe destroy it. It's not a live or a video if I don't drop something. Let's try not to drop the expensive stuff. Yeah. Just some pug hair. A little bit of damage. A little bit of damage. Are we leaking? So this is a serum from Prequel, the brand she showed on her Black Friday. And I really like it. I actually the cleanser and the lotion is pretty dang awesome. I don't use the serum. I need to move it to my bedroom so I actually use it. Um, hey, luxational. So anyway, let's open this. This is the thing James brought into the house, and he's like, "You have a package." I'm like, "Okay." Um, so it is they're pillows, guys. Remember, I bought these pillowcases and I ordered the wrong thing. Well, I got the right thing now. So, well, I hope. I hope these are the right things because these better be pillows. Which is weird because these had to come all the way from China, which I thought was even weirder. Hey, buds. Hey, Donna. Um, so this took a very long time to get here because I opened those pillowcases a long time ago. And normally I expect pillows to come pretty much vacuum sealed. This came pretty, fluffy. So let's try to get this package open with me not breaking or cutting anything important. So, okay. Let's see if there's more than here. Oh, there is. Okay, so I have little Sanrio themed because I don't think these are licensed by Sanrio. I really don't understand how this works. How they can sell something that's looks like something but isn't made by them. You know. So anyway, let me show you one of them. So there's 4 or 5 in here. These are little um bag charms, little charms. So this is Karomi because we love Karomi. Now these I need to tweak them with some. They have some issues. They have some gluing, some weird thread. Wow, that is some poor craftsmanship. Hey, these are really cheap. I think this is definitely is the quality to be expected for the price I paid for this. Um, so this is Karomi Star, and there's uh, this is Tom Pom Paren. This one is which one are you? Okay, this one is My Melody. So I guess it's because they're just in the style of, they're not really saying I am my melody. I forgot the name. This is Cinnamon Roll. And this one is Miss Hello Kitty herself. But again, it's a star. So I think maybe that's maybe how they got around the whole licensing, Because I mean Miss Hello Kitty 50. Um, but anyway, let me open up each of these things. I love them too. That's why I buy them, as I love them. Um, hopefully, help me out. Make sure I don't continue to go live if Winnie pops up because I don't want to overrun her live time. I just wanted to do a quick unboxing and then I start talking. And yes, I'll still have a live tomorrow. Um, I will be at home working from home, so we'll see what we do. And then on Thursday, I'm going live with Jolie, I think. And then on Friday, yes, is Friday is going to be my last live. Monday, if I do not believe I'll get to go live Monday, I might be able to go live and do a little vlog because I'll be next Monday. I will be driving to. I might be able to because I should be spending the night in Baton Rouge, um, or somewhere around in Louisiana as we drive over to essentially we're going to be driving over to um, Florida. We do it in 2 days. We could do it in one, but why kill yourself if you don't have to? Take it easy. Take it easy. Like we like driving, but we want to actually enjoy our trip and not just arrive anywhere exhausted and just too tired. And we take the car. Well, one, I love driving. I love looking at the landscape. I love seeing the change in geography. I like seeing the change in trees. I'm not too keen on the change in time zone. That sucks. And I really like just seeing well, it used to be a little bit more fun when America was a little bit more diverse. Now everything kind of looks the same everywhere you go because everybody has a Walmart. Um, why? Hey, Brian, why is it canceled? Oh, Winnie. Oh, oh, her live is canceled? Okay, then we'll just keep talking, y'all. She probably has something else she has to do. Too. I think that's the only two things, though. The only two things in this entire order were those little things and these pillows. And let's see if I can get this open. So we do not have to worry about stepping on toes. We will just be going live for everybody to enjoy. Yeah. So I'm very excited about these pillows. My husband hates pillows, by the way. He hates the abundance of pillows. You know how a lot of women have, like, I don't know, 10 pillows on their bed? James does not like that. He thinks they're in the way. He even hates couches that have too many pillows. I bought pillows. I bought decorative pillows, you know? But he likes these ones because if you remember, and I'll show them to you as I stuff them, um, we got dragon and we got pugs. He likes these just fine. So let's stuff our pillows. I'm so happy to get this. Ronnie's like, I know women are very much into decorative pillows and pillows. I like pillows. I like soft things. I like plush exteriors. I like comfortable environments. Um, Textiles do that really well. I think it's because his mother had almost like a mountain of pillows in her house, but he's he'll he'll deal with it. And maybe it could have just been the theme of the pillows. My dog has a huge body pillow to himself. Oh my gosh, the amount of dog beds we have. I think I had a dog bed. James has slowly removed them out of the house as needed because I will never get rid of a dog bed. Um, I will wash them, I will clean them, I will sew them, I will reuse the stuffing for something. Um, I will do a lot to keep the dog beds. And he's like, this dog, go, Jackie. There's no hope. There's no more redemption. I'm like, well, honey, when this happens, you just get rid of it and don't tell me. And he's like, okay. So that's our rule. Um, so here we go. Look how pretty that is. I have puggles, China puggles. Pugs are Chinese dogs, guys. Like the foo dog, the Chinese, the pugs, the Pekingese, the Shih Tzus. They're from China. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's called sustainability. It's my dog. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like this. If it's not broke, don't break it. So the only time we really get rid of a a dog bed is when it's been marked or peed on so much that there's no amount of cleaning that's going to get it. Like sometimes when we had a prior dog, and we had new dogs come in, they objected and they didn't like the old dog scent. So yeah, but most of the time I can clean things well enough that the dogs are fine with it. But it's the male dogs that do this because they're like, this is my house. I'm like, no, kids, it's our house. We let you live here. Of course, that's a lie. It's their house. We work so they can live here. We work so they can have a nice, cushy life of greatness. And my sister, y'all, my twin, she has 7 cats. And so she is at the point in her life, in her house, between 7 cats, 2 dogs, and a husband. Or no, 7 cats, 2 children, and a husband. She has to um, get rid of some things because cats are super destructive. And she had cat turf wars all the time because uh, they're cats, okay? And they came in at different times, like, and the old man of the household is objecting to the young whippersnappers, and he's like, this is my house. And so there's little bit of a turf war between a couple of the male cats about let me show you, whose house it really is. So Jen's having to get rid of some of her really lush textiles because cats, cats are really, if you get a cat that sprays, it's awful. It's awful. And they'll do it and you won't even know it because, my sister always says, this is how I expected them to come, was flat like this. So my theory is a couple of those vacuum seals got, when it went through custom, probably got nicked and they expanded. Um, Cats don't discriminate. They will scratch up a $10 chair or, oh my God, the amount of furniture. The amount of furniture. My sister's silk chairs. She had these beautiful, one of these days I'll have to go take a picture of them for you, Keith. They're in my shed. I need to get them out of the shed. But these beautiful silk chairs that Jenny, it's a Jackie. They used to get her guest bedroom. This was before she had a second kid. So before the second kid, she had a guest bedroom. After the second kid, because she has a 3-bedroom house, and her bedrooms are huge. Like the 3 of my bedrooms in this 4-bedroom house is one of her bedrooms. Her house is much bigger than my house. I think her house is like 2,700 square feet, and mine is 1,650, somewhere around there. So she has a lot more square footage in her house. Rooms are huge, closets are huge, but she always had that room closed off so the cats couldn't go in there. But then when she had to make it 2 bedrooms, she said, Jackie, please take these chairs because they're going to get destroyed here. And it's true. Those cats have destroyed so much furniture. And the key with that is to always have enough scratching things for them, scratching posts and cardboard and activity. And if they have that, they won't touch the furniture. But with 7 cats, that's a lot of stuff, So this is going to have to fluff up some more as this expands. But let me show you this one. I really like this. I like the materials. This is Love Put. I love your bag, by the way. I don't think I said anything on your video, but you have a beautiful bag that you got from New York. I haven't been watching that much YouTube. Surprisingly, I was finishing an audiobook, which I finished, and it was a 20-hour audiobook. I really liked it. Jeanette says, I've never been to any other store but Kate Spade, Coach, and Tory Burch outlet stores. Well, that's good. Stay with what you like. Who else was that? Oh, I think it was Nikki. It was Nikki's video. Because Nikki was saying her unpopular opinion. She was talking about brands or brands she recommend, but personally she doesn't like or would buy. And it was Coach, Kate Spade, Michael Kors, Dooney and Burke. She said, yeah, these are great bags if you love them, but they're not for me. And that's pretty. I mean, you can see Nikki's collection. There is not a Coach bag in her collection. But she has a really interesting collection. Hey, Monica. And we're just hanging out. I'm opening my pillows from Temu that took months to get here because they took a boat. They took a boat over from China. Not just, and you know what? The port is in California, so I'm just thrilled I got this, to be honest. You know, thrilled, thrilled, thrilled. So anyhow, um, let me show you this, and then I'll show you all four of them. I have a blue couch that is old. It's vintage, guys. When I say vintage, what I really mean is antique. It's a good 50, probably 75 years old couch. It was recovered by my grandmother in the 80s. My dad recovered it in the 90s and it's had that same covering. No, 2000s. My dad recovered it in the 2000s. So it's due for another reupholstery job, but it's really hard to get stuff reupholstered now. So it's a wood framed decorative, kind of like a Louis style, I guess. And huts, huts, and it has a wool blend textile, a cotton wool blend. It's very classic. The problem with the cotton wool blend, kind of like it's not really a brocade, but it's that kind of very stately floral pattern, um, tone on tone that was very common, right? Well, anyway, it holds on to pug hair. I wish I had that with a microfiber because the textile, which is lovely, I mean, it's wool and cotton, it will last. If we don't destroy the couch, it will last a good 50 years. Um, it's like these will look fantastic, is what I'm saying. And we're going to be getting the other sofa out of the storage shed because that's where it's been living since we had to rearrange our house. So we're going to put the tapestry back up on the walls. We're going to get my rugs back out. We're going to make my house again. And part of that is I have pug pillows because I am that crazy pug lady now. We've always had dogs. We've never had repeat breeds. We've always gone and gotten different dogs, different shelter dogs, never repeated the breed. Now that we have actually repeated and gotten and become pug people, we are going to stick with pugs. Like, I guarantee you, when the time comes when we have to, have new friends in our life, they will be pugs. I don't think James could live without pugs at this point. They are his dog. He always wanted pugs. I just didn't know it. He told me, and I just thought he was joking because how many guys do you know says let's get a pug? It's like my friend got a Chihuahua. His wife acquired him a Chihuahua. The family was they were moving, and the family had to leave their dog because where they were moving to would not allow dogs. And it was a family pet. They'd had that dog for 7 years. They didn't want to give up the dog, but it was a church friend, and the move was something they had to do. It wasn't like an option, and you had to make those hard choices in life. So they rehomed their beloved Chihuahua with my friend, and he is a dude's dude. He had a German Shepherd, and now he has this tiny little Chihuahua. He loves that dog so much. He cannot imagine living without that dog. That dog is his dog. It is like completely, when he comes home, that dog comes right up and just sits on his chest. It's like, hello. So it's so funny. And he's amazed. He's amazed. He's like, I don't know how I can love this dog so much because they're so affectionate. They're companion dogs, that's what they're doing. They're being companions. Um, they they don't look like Hobby Lobby pillows. No offense. They don't look. Those are cute though, but blue and white color scheme and aren't really elevates them. Yes, like I love that. I love that. I don't even know what Hobby Lobby pillows look like, Keith. I don't think I could take offense to that or anybody because I don't even know. I mean, I don't. Here's the thing, though, guys. I am not that person that has matchy-matchy. My house is eclectic and cluttered. I have things that's been handed down from generations because that's my family are hoarders. My grandparents bought things. My dad bought things. We kept things. We only kept the things that we could hold. We got rid of so much stuff. I mean, I literally gave away antiques because we had nobody else to take them. And people don't like antiques. If you didn't grow up with antiques, some people just look at that stuff and they're like, it's just old. It's old. I don't like it. And that's literally how they feel about it. And there's other people who look at antiques and, oh, that's beautiful. Let me see if I can refurb this and restore it. Wood furniture, even if it's painted badly, if it's wood underneath it, you can restore it. And I love watching restoration videos on people who find junk, stored, and granted, this is before DMF and a lot of particle board was involved in furniture making. We're talking when people threw it, when most furniture was made of oak and that stuff that people just throw out now because it looks old and it's been painted 15 times, because to really restore it, you have to literally strip it of the paint. You have to strip it of the finish, you have to sand it, and then you have to refinish it. It's not like it's easy, and it costs a lot of time and blood, sweat, and tears, okay, to do restoration. If you've watched this is why I love watching restorations on television, because I know how much work it is. And I'm looking at that like I could never do that. Could never do that. And you can see beautiful wood grain underneath. Yeah. And even if sometimes they do a pickling technique and they just they modernize it. So they don't really, normally most of the time you watch these things, they're not restoring it back to the original finish. They're upgrading it to a more modern look. They're changing out the hardware. They're changing out the aesthetic. They're only painting it, but they're painting it in a stain instead of painting it in a paint. You know, the thing with wood furniture is it's heavy. My parents' bedroom furniture is solid wood and beautiful. Yeah, it's very heavy. Mine is heavy. Our kitchen table is mesquite wood. It's so heavy, and I wanted a walnut originally, but we ended up getting mesquite, and I kind of regret that because it is so heavy. But when I bought it 9 years ago, um, I was it was something James wanted, and we really fell in love with the mesquite wood, because mesquite wood is very unique for a wood that's for furniture making, because normally mesquite trees don't is a wood that you use for barbecue. It's like a wood you use for fence posts. It's a wood that mostly mesquite trees don't get large enough for furniture building. This so happened to be some mesquite that was in an old, several 100-year-old tree, that got repurposed. And the custom made furniture person that we buy our furniture from, they made it, and it's utterly gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, and it can be refinished and reused 1,000. I mean, it can live. That table is going to be here for 100 years. It doesn't have any leaves. It doesn't move. It's the same size, which makes it actually more stable. But it is very heavy, which is why when we built our entertainment center and our desks, we had the desk that my computer's on. It's actually made out of pine. Pine is lighter, also because it's not slow growth trees. Hardwood trees are denser, more heavy, and take a long time to grow. Less dense trees, softer woods, take less time to grow. And that's pretty much where we're at. Could you throw it out the second floor window and it would still be, yeah, you could. Well, if you throw out the table and it hits the legs in just the right way, it would probably get damaged, but I don't think they break. Yeah. And the chairs is his unique design. And they're really solid. The wood grain and mesquite wood furniture almost looks like abstract art. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So James and I both love wood. So it totally dates us, because when you look at modern looks and modern aesthetics and modern everything, we are not it. We are so not it. We do not have that streamlined nothing. We're not a minimalist. We don't have that sleek, just moved in, moved out look. We have the 5 generations of junk in my house look. What you see behind me is literally what my house looks like. It's so funny because Melissa Adams Wade, she was saying that some of the mistakes YouTubers do in the beginning is like really the mistake she made in the beginning was she shared too much of her life and her home and her space, and it opens you up to criticism, which is completely true. My opinion is people are critical no matter what, so whatever. It's my life, it's my house. It's like, so I'm okay if I'm okay sharing it. I'm okay with the criticism. Like, I'm the first one to tell you it's not clean, it's dusty, there's clutter. I try my best, but I was telling my twin this. Oh, I do like zebra wood. I also like Purple Heartwood. If you've seen Purple Heartwood, very pretty stuff out of Africa. Anyway, totally lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh, I'll get back to it. I'm sure I'll remember it again. Because this is what I do. Yeah, so I don't have coordinating things. I like things to be mismatched. But that, again, is going back to my childhood because my parents and my grandparents, and they all had very curated, eclectic looks. Very eclectic, but it had a theme. Like my grandmother was early American. She had Fostoria. There was a very look and feel and theme. Oh, Melissa Wade. So she was saying, "Oh, revenue for she goes, revenue for YouTube is not a lot." And she said how much money I think she said she makes about $250 a month with revenue from YouTube with whatever her production schedule is. So it's not, because she said she used to look at YouTube as a job, but now she's looking at more as a hobby because there's not enough money to warrant the amount of work it really takes. And my twin was saying, um, I sent her the video I did today. I sent it to her and showed her. Again, the magic of editing. I filmed that 3 weeks ago or something because I'm always so far, I try to be ahead. And I'm trying to be less ahead. I used to be 3 months scheduled out. And now I'm only 3 weeks scheduled out. And a lot of people on YouTube do a week. Their weekly videos are their week, right? Their current week. I'm not. So that video was 3 weeks ago, but it was part of my Amazon Christmas haul. So I wanted to share it with my older sister who gave me the money on Amazon for me to buy that. And then my twin saw it. She goes, "Did you film that today?" I'm like, "No, Jennifer, I filmed that like 3 weeks ago." And she's like, "Did you just forget to edit?" I'm like, "No, I don't edit anything." And I had to explain, like, Jennifer, in 2024, I filmed and released a video 7 days a week and 2 lives a week for the entire year. Now I'm waiting to see how much revenue this actually gave me. I kind of know abstractly because I know what my monthly stipend is from Google AdSense, but I should be getting that's after taxes. So before taxes, when I should get the tax document I need to go find so we can file taxes. We'll see, because I have to. Is earned income. You have to pay taxes on earned income. So I have to file it, right? So it's like, it'll be interesting to see how much um what I earned. And thank goodness this isn't a job, because for me, what makes it awesome is it's an outlet for creativity. It lets me talk to you guys, my friends. It lets me show you my bags. I don't have to worry about selling something. If I like something, it's because I like something, and it's not sponsored. The members are my sponsors. The memberships, they get the tea behind the paywall, but at the same time, it's a $2.99 paywall. It's less than a cup of coffee, because you know how much coffee costs now? You cannot buy a $3 cup of coffee. Like, just getting drip coffee. I'm talking good coffee, like a latte espresso. I'm talking drip coffee. Yeah. Because you know what? I went and bought some coffee. I went and bought coffee. And I'm thinking, you know what? I should just buy more coffee out of the grocery store and make my own coffee, because spending a fortune because I'm bougie and I super love extra hot lattes because they can steam they steam the milk hot enough that I love it. And even drip coffee isn't hot enough for me, because I commonly will get drip coffee, pour it in my cup, and microwave it, because I am that person. So when I tell people at the coffee place, I'm like, "Please make it extra, extra hot." And what James says is, "Make it inhumanly hot, please." Because that's what I like it at. And then I either like it extremely hot or extremely cold with ice. I do not like it in between. So okay, I cannot be the only coffee drinker in the house. How do you guys order your coffee, or do you make coffee? Or coffee what? Who drinks coffee, right? My grandparents' generation, coffee was the beverage of choice. Everybody drank coffee. Everybody. My father's generation, he would. It was still drinking alcohol for at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but he would have a soft drink or a nice tea or something like that. And he had coffee in the morning, but it wasn't like my grandparents. My grandparents were like live and die on coffee, and then my mother was also live and die on coffee. My dad, he would be more flexible. Alcohol and coffee, tea. My grandparents was only coffee or tea. No, only coffee or alcohol. Alcohol was a big thing in my family. It's very cultural and very like after you just had alcohol with your at 5 o'clock and then you had alcohol with your dinner. That's just the way it was. Um, Ronnie says, I love a chai latte. I normally drink tea at home. With hot chocolate, I've yet to replicate a good chai at home. Man, yes, I'm early. Well, actually, I'm early, Jennifer, because I didn't go live yesterday. I'm still going to go live tomorrow. But I wanted to go early to show what I had ordered from Temu, and I'll show you because you're here. I got these wonderful. I got the pillow cover, the pillow inserts for my pillows. And I was trying to go live before Winnie went live, but turns out Winnie's not going live, so we're just gonna here and hang out, you know. So, and I have like I have all my little puggy pillows. I'm so excited. I'm going to try Trader Joe's dirty chai mix. So here's the thing about chai. And I wish Ravi was here because Ravi could probably give us this is okay. Everybody has their own chai recipe, but when I want chai, and it's because I super am picky about my spice blend, I love cardamom. So what I did was just buy green cardamom pods and whole, and then crush them. I have a little spice mortar and pestle, not a grinder, because I don't want them to be powder. I just want them to be, you just want to crush them enough to open the pods, and then you put the cardamom in your tea. And I just use a really strong black tea, like, and then I pour in hot water, let it steep, add in whatever sugar you use, put in a little bit of milk. It's better if you heat up the milk because then it doesn't dilute the heat from your cup. I normally even preheat my cup. It makes the best chai. And it's really just cardamom. Cardamom. You can put other spices in there, but for me it's just the sugar and the cardamom and the black tea that does it, you know. So the problem I have with any chai blend, they're almost always boxed. I'll ask, like, I'll see it on the menu, like, where's your chai from? Do you make it? And they're like, no. The best chai, and chai, okay, so chai is tea. So marsala is the spice blend. So it's marsala chai. That's what we're ordering, right? So that spice blend is different for everybody. Sometimes it has nutmeg, sometimes it has cinnamon in there. I just like mine with cardamom and black tea. That's my favorite with a little bit of sugar. Now, when you go to a really good Indian restaurant, always get the hot tea. It's going to be awesome. And I always ask my friends, like, if they're from India or Pakistan, I'm like, how do you make your chai wala or your chai marsala chai? Tell me, give me your recipe. And a lot of them say rock sugar is their key, and you have to heat it on the stove for them. But me, I'm lazy. I put a bag of tea, English breakfast tea, because that's a really strong black tea. Throw in some cardamom pods, throw in some hot water, throw in some Splenda, because that's how I roll. Throw in some milk, and that's what I do. And it's super simple. And once you do that, you will never want pre-bought chai again because it's never good unless you go to an Indian restaurant where people actually do a spice blend. It's about the spice blend. Green cardamom pods are not that expensive, but surprisingly, it's like, and almost everybody uses the same mix too. It's like Tazo chai blend for their chai lattes. I'm like, can you tell I'm a foodie? I love tea. Yes, so hey Jennifer. Hey, yes, I got 4 of my pug pillows. I'm working on redoing my house. I've literally gone into my mother-in-law's space. I had left everything the way it was. We just used it to put in some storage in the middle of the room, and we left everything the way it was because we kept thinking she was coming back, coming back, coming back. Well, right now there's no back, right? So I am now going through and throwing away things like medication that's been there for like a year. Yeah, the Tazo concentrate's okay if you need a quick fix. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I love cold brew tea. I love cold brew coffee. I love iced tea, hot tea. Tea is the only beverage I'm really happy drinking in every range of temperatures between hot and cold. Jennifer and I were saying, like, we really miss Teavana. But the problem with Teavana was they do a lot of blends. And again, I'm a tea purist. Ronnie, do you collect vintage furniture or stuff from your parents? Yeah. I have the maple furniture from my dad's. He got that. He picked it up when he was a boy. He died when he was 80. So I'm saying it's probably 75 years old now. So this furniture is maple. It's in my house. Furniture was made differently then. So I still have some oak furniture, some maple furniture. Um, I think Jennifer got the. I have some teak furniture. I might actually bring out my coffee table again. It's been in my why did I put our coffee table in the garage? I don't remember why. We'll bring it out again. We're gonna have a real living room. Oh, I don't like barley tea, but I love barley in my rice. I love barley in my soup. Barley is a grain. Um, I'm too much of a tea purist to I like tea to be tea. I'm not big into herbal because herbal is other plants. I like the one plant. And different, okay, so green tea, oolong tea, black tea, it's all different stages of tea oxidation. The white tea is the freshest picked. Green tea is right from the plant. There's first flush tea, so it's the first picking and then the second pickings, and then you have you know oxidation levels. Black tea being the most processed, most oxidized, and the powdered bags of tea, Lipton tea, that's like the trash tea. I'm not gonna lie. It's trash tea. But that's what makes it quick and fast, is that it's just powdered tea leaves. Like the more whole the leaf is, the more expensive it is. And when it's picked, where it's from, how it's roasted, and how it's there's a whole thing. I know tea. I know nothing about wine. Not a dang thing. Ask me anything about wine and I know nothing. You talk to me about tea and I can sit there and just like, well, where was it grown? I mean, it's like coffee, different altitudes, different climates, different soils. Everything affects it. Um, no, Keith, my decor is very straight lines, gray and silver. My parents' stuff is too heavy. See, Franny, that is exactly what does not fit in my house. I can admire it. It just isn't me. I love it when we go to, yeah, been to those hotels like um I think it's called like Home 2 or some of those more modern hotels that are for the younger kind of, places. They're not like old fussy hotels, but kind of like modernish hotels. They have um kind of fun, quirky designs, and it's really just kind of it's cool. Like Home 2, and there's a Loft. I think it was one was called Loft or something. I can't remember, but we've been to a couple of them like that, and I always are True by Hilton, I think, um and one was I can't remember. Anyway, Tapestry by Hilton. Yeah, those places. I always admire it. I love because hotels are the best place for that aesthetic because what makes hotels rooms. My cousin used to be used to clean hotels as a maid service, and she says the way it works is there's everything has the same setup. So every time you go into the room, everything is that classroom or whatever it is. You go in there, you clean it. There's a way it looks, and it's perfect every time. Now, if you and when you as a guest, when you go into these hotel rooms, and you're like, so beautiful, so nice, it looks clean. And as soon as you stay there, let's say you stay there more than one night, you stay there for I don't know, maybe you're taking a good vacation. You're there for 4 days. Look at the mess your room is in, because as soon as you start putting real life things in there, and let's say you shift the phone over, take the phone out the wall because you're like, who needs a phone? Move the lamp over, put your stuff on the bedside table, throw your shoes on the floor, do what people do, throw your clothes or robe. If you're like me, I live out of my suitcase. If you're like my husband, he puts his stuff in the drawer. Um, or you put stuff in the closet if they have a closet. Some of those newer hotels just have like bench seating with like hanging hooks for clothes and stuff. No real closet, no real, it's just kind of like very streamlined. And you stay there for a couple days and you realize the reason why it looks so cool and homely is because it's completely staged and it's meant to not hold things. So that clean look is there because it's easy for the housekeeping. It's a style to look. Hotel furniture is different grade of furniture, by the way. My sister used to sell furniture, and hotel furniture. If you could ever buy furniture liquidation that came out of hotel, do it. Very well constructed, extremely well constructed, much better graded textile, because refurbishing a hotel costs millions. So they put millions into it to begin with. And some of that furniture, we bought a hotel refurb furniture from, it was like a Hilton or something from years ago when we were really broke a long time ago. And I really regret getting rid of that couch because it was so good. It was made so well. It was an amazing. We had that sofa for another 10 years or so. We were the love seat and we had a really small house. So we didn't have a full-size sofa. That was our sofa. Two people sit on it just fine. And we're heavy people, or I'm heavy. But the structure of that construction was so good because you have to think of all the people going in and out of a hotel sitting on that furniture. That stuff lasts for years. They refurb every 10 years, maybe every 5 if you're lucky, or it goes from like a higher end hotel to a lower end hotel, or you can be like other hotels where they just, keep the same look forever. Keith, that is so true, Jackie. And if you go through to a 5-star hotel, housekeeping manager has to inspect all the rooms after housekeeping is finished to make sure all the uniformly done, identically. Yeah. Hey, Veronica, hospitality grade. It's meant to take a beating and still look attractive. Exactly. It's firmer construction, firmer pillow. So most furniture construction, and my sister could give you a whole lecture on this. Please do not ask her because she will go off on furniture. How the cushion base. So when you lift the cushions off your sofa and you look at the base of your sofa, most sofas are sinuous wire. Sinuous wire is okay. Sometimes they have springs. The way they used to be was 8-way hand tied, which is a different type, and sometimes they even just have lattice strapping for your base of and they cover it with upholstery fabric. Did you keep the red bedazzled sneakers from today's video? They were outstanding. Yes, Jennifer, they're awesome and they fit. I was shocked. They fit. They're great. I love them so much. My sister had to buy a pair. Well, she told me she was going to buy a pair. I don't know if she bought a pair. But anyway, those shoes for $40, worth it. I could send you the link later if you want sparkly red shoes. So anyway, cushion. So when you have a sofa and you said you buy it and it's great and you love it, and then after, let's say, a year or two, you're like, man, the sofa's not as good as it used to be. It's not the compaction of the cushioning as much as it is the way the base is made that the cushions sit on. A lot of times you can extend your couch if you put plywood or a thin wood board underneath your cushions, uniform in size and length, right? And then you want to make them so it's big enough to fit the base. So your wood furniture, most sofas are made with a wood base. So you want to make sure that the wood platform hits the supports and not just compressing and tearing the fabric. So anyway, long story short, put a wood base underneath your pillows. It will extend the life of your couch for way more years. And sometimes it is the compaction of the materials in your sofa cushions, but most of the time it's how the sofa was constructed. I know it's a gimmick. If they want you to buy a new sofa every 5 years, guys. That's really what it all comes down to. Gone are the days that they don't do hand-tied coiled springs. No, they just don't. Even mattresses used to be that you could flip them and they were built the same way so that everything was you could extend the life of a mattress. Well, now mattresses, if you get they want you again to replace them every 5 years, and you're paying thousands of dollars. Like, hello, no. But even our mattress, we spent $3,000 on it, and it's my sister's calling. No, I can't talk to you right now. Let me see what she's texting. I think Jennifer is in between friends or something because she's really been like, Jackie, what are you doing? So let me see. Um, oh, she sent me a whole bunch of photos. Um, okay, so I think this is the best one of the lot for a Valentine's sweater. What do we think? A pink one that says love, love. We have that one. Oh, I'll tell you what that means when it comes to my sister. We have lipstick prints, black with red lipstick prints, or we have red hearts. I'm going with the pink one. Her friends are not a revolving door, but she tends to keep work friends and other friends, and she tends to be more um like a 5-year shelf life for friends. Oh, you so Ronnie says, okay, so the vote now is pink. Oh, actually, everybody likes something different. The pink shirt, lipstick print, or the hearts. Ronnie says black hearts. Black or red hearts. We have a cheap $350 sofa we bought 11 years ago and still going strong. We bought it because it needs something quick. That is amazing. Do never get rid of that sofa. Never get rid of that sofa. Do you have a sofa for $350 from 11 years ago that's still going? Keep it. It's great. Get tired of it, recover it. Keep the structure. Pink. What did, what is that brand? Is it made in North Carolina? Does your sister have ADHD? She's kind of yes. Well, I mean, is she diagnosed ADHD? I think so. Her daughter is. You know, she's a Jennifer is a very much a all-consuming friend. So she's talks to you, you're her best friend, talks to her all the time, and so she has work friends that are besties, and then she doesn't have many friends outside of work anymore. She has acquaintances. Jennifer's never met a stranger, y'all, never. But she can be a lot. So a lot of people have a hard time keeping up with her. She never quit. She's exhausted. She's like the Energizer bunny, and she looks at me like, Jackie, what is wrong with you? Like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm a normal human being. This is what normal human beings do. You are superhuman. And I tell her that all the time. I says, I do one thing a day. If I have to work, I might go to one place after work. On the weekend, I might go 2 places, maybe 3 if they're next to each other. My sister went to 5 different Targets in one day looking for one thing. I'm like, no, no. Hmm. Let's see what Jennifer says now. She's saying, nice. Where is she? She says she wants the pink. Oh, this is awesome. Look at this sweater. Look at that. It says Mickey Mouse and it has Texas on the sleeve. I would go to 5 Targets looking for something. Yeah. See, it's my sister. She's just the way she is. That's me. I don't do that. That's cool. And yeah, Jennifer's at Walmart. So she's at Walmart. And you know how Walmart, all the regional things? That's one of the regional things. So Mickey Mouse. So Jennifer she's coming up Saturday, so she has some stuff to bring me, and she's also a shopaholic. So she's shopping right now because this is the best time to shop. If you really like shopping, January is the month because not only are we getting new merch, you're getting sale merch from last year, and if you're a thrifter, it is the best month because thrifting is like this is time you go thrifting because in about a week, most of the stuff that people have cleared out their closets when they were on holiday, for the holiday season and got new things in, they realize, oh, I have too much stuff in my closet. Let me get some stuff out, and they take it and donate it. And by the time that processes, it's now time. Is that like Adderall? Um, I'm on. I have no idea what that is. Whatever Jeanette's on. That's too cute. I've done that, but only if it's something I really, really want bad. Yeah, there's nothing I really want bad enough. Um, oh my gosh, there's a mini. Let me show you having two conversations. I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's rude, but she doesn't take no for an answer sometimes. Look at the mini. Okay, focus on the phone. That's Minnie Mouse in with a Texas on the sleeve, and then there's a Mickey Mouse. Um, I'm not complaining, but if it's the power of social media. Oh, I don't know about Texas, but New York thrifting has become super trendy and chic, so now it's priced. No, that's happening here too, Keith. No, seriously. The thrift store prices have gotten really crazy, even in person. It used to be in person might be a little cheaper. Online thrifting was always more. Uh-uh. It is crazy. I mean, Jennifer and I are talking about this on a daily basis. Like, she only goes to Goodwill and goes on the sale day, whatever color tag is on sale that day. She won't even buy the other stuff. She goes, there's stuff on sale at Goodwill that she can buy new at Walmart for the same price. That's how ridiculous thrifting has become. You just buy them hoping they're real, or you're good telling real from fake. Ronnie, I saw a lady buy a Gucci coat and Christian Louboutins today at the thrift store, but I was like, I don't know if that's real or not. Some people don't care, Keith. Some people really don't care. Um, and sometimes they don't know the difference. Gucci coat was $350 and the shoes were $200, so it wasn't like flat. That's kind of a bit though. The Gucci coat for $350. I would imagine I mean, you'd have to like that coat. I'm pretty sure they're authentic. Both are navy. Yeah. Yeah. So Jenny's gonna pick up the Minnie Mouse for me and pick up the Mickey Mouse for James, and yes, I'll have to pay her back. But I have a personal shopper. Um, I'm pretty sure they're authentic, and I'll show you guys on Saturday. She'll bring them up here. Mm. Oh, that's a lot. I need to get magnesium. I've been taking my friend. She's younger than I am. She actually told me, Jackie, you need to take emergency. And I'm like, emergency? What emergency? I not understanding what she was talking about. It's apparently a powdered drink that has vitamin C and zinc, and I think it has magnesium. I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't have magnesium, but it has zinc and it has vitamin C. And she says she takes this whenever she's feeling, kind of bad. Um, my sister cooks more than I do because she has children. I'm actually a better cook, and I actually started cooking again. I'm making chili right now. Actually, I probably gonna have to wrap up the live soon to go check on my um Jennifer Fun, mice in the house. Goodwill California has gone out of hand. It's so expensive, Veronica. The only thing I can think of with the Goodwill pricing is that the real estate rentals are just, I mean, they're paying taxes. I mean, if they're a nonprofit, I don't want they have to pay property taxes. They own the property, but I know that if you have retail space, there's rent, but still. Jackie, when you take it, may I suggest just tilt your head back and pour the packet of powder down your throat and then swig water your body absorbs vitamin C. Really? I'll try that. I didn't know that. Um powder with water then drinking. Well, that's what okay. Wait a minute. So pour the powder packet in your mouth, put the water and swallow it all down. The doctor told you that? Try it. Emergency is so good for the man. Yeah, that's one. I have the emergency immune boost, whatever it is. And I've been taking it. Emergency tastes gross. It's fine. You guys, let me show you what I have to do daily. On top of a shot and a weekly shot. This is why this is my daily regiment. None of this is a vitamin. None of this is a vitamin. Everything is for an organ or for something. Um, is for a something. All of this I have to take every day. You know, it's a lot. You know, so when I tell you I'm alive by modern medicine, I mean it. So the emergency does not bother me at all. Um, my sister says, I am such a good personal shopper, spending all your money for you. Yeah, I don't even have to leave home. Bye, Jennifer. I have to go. Bye, Jennifer. Um, those pills look, they are big. They're not small, especially the old ones. No, these are not small. I take four of these every day. You know, this one is not that. This one's at least a little bit easier, because it's a capsule. But these suck. Tangy, it is. Well, Ronnie, that's exactly what emergency tastes like. It tastes like medicine. It still tastes better than cherry flavored cough syrup. I will. I refuse. When I was a kid, I used to watch my grandparents take the same kind of meds I take all the time, like a big handful of them every night. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of medication. I'm there. Like facial says, yep, me too. Yeah, when you crush up pills instead of swallowing them. Yeah, that's not as bitter. It's not as bitter. The emergency is not bitter. There is fructose in there, so there is some sugar to make it palatable. But it kind of tastes like, tang. Not as concentrated. It just takes like or my grandparents used to take Metamucil, which is this fiber drink. Tastes like that, you know. It tastes like now fish oil I cannot stand. Fish oil I cannot take that. I used to take red krill because my dad was big in the vitamins. And I tried it and I'm just like, oh, this is awful. Because I would burp up red krill. Huh. It's a gel form, or it's the powder form. The emergency I have is powdered form. I never tried that same as I can't swallow get capsules. I can't. Yeah. The key for me is to take it with bubbles. It has to have carbonated bubbles I can swallow. I have the hardest time doing it. Orange juice is great, but I can't really take the sugar. So something thicker, like a bubble, so the pills kind of float on the bubbles down your throat. They don't get stuck. But water, ugh, ugh, yeah. Anyway, I need to go. Oh man. Hi, all 30 people lurking. Hi, friends. Thank you for being my subscribers. Thank you for being my friends. I will be back tomorrow. Um, we will do another live tomorrow, probably early, like this one was, because I'm working from home, so you don't have to deal with my transit time. And so anyway, I'm gonna go check on dinner because I need to go make rice, and because I eat chili. When I eat chili, I put it on rice. That's my favorite way to eat it. Um, and I need to get cooking because I'm hungry, y'all. Anyway, bye guys.